kids can use it. All right, this is Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Thank you, kind sir. Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
What was it written for?
Our learning.
It was written for our learning.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? So we talked about before, let's look at something. Aleph, Kaf, 3:15. That's how Aleph, 1 Peter they'll call it. Yes. For me, relationship is important. I mean, relationship communication is important, even in a marriage or a beginning stage, or even getting to the point of marriage. People call it engaged. A lot of communication has to happen. A lot of things have to be predicated based on the relationship moving further. And a lot of times with us, we really hadn't really established a real communication, a real relationship with Mr. Yahuwah. And it hurts you in the long run that when you need him, you don't actually get the results that you should be getting. There's a lot of, as we'll look at it, even with nutritional value for certain foods, things you can gain if you use them. There's a lot of things we can gain nutritionally by the ruach if it's properly used. And once we establish it and it's on the right premises. Y'all got it? Just like when we look at the promise, it's established upon better promises, better hopes. Got it? And in doing that, you got to keep a constant line of communication. And that's going to be with being adhering to what you hear. If you're going to get quicker results, better results, you're going to have to be able to adhere. I think adhere by definition would be stick or hold fast to. Got it? Got to adhere. Once you get it, you got to stay with it. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay constant. You got me? And that's a lot of time we're hurt. We hear, then we get that break. We get something that comes up, and next day we know we break off, and we got to come back again and straighten it out. Then something else come up, and we break away, and then we come back again. Regardless of what happened, you got to stay consistent. Things only happen to consider. Everything don't have to happen because you're sin. Things can happen because of the fact that you need to just consider. You can have a relationship, and you can take things for granted until something might come up and just say, even just say it with a spouse. Things can happen. You've been doing good. How many of y'all have had relationship? Things been going good, and they're like, goodness, something happened. Well, that comes in to consider sometimes, or even to just look at, okay. Or if it comes in as a break, then you consider, I could have probably went about that a different way. It didn't have to go to that extreme. If I get the opportunity to do it again, I will handle it differently. And saying that, we want to consider how we operate with Mr. Yahuwah. Got it? Because you won't get that opportunity to always come back and fix something with him. Y'all got it? When we get it, it's important that we adhere to what we're getting, what we're being taught, because it's going to be beneficial. It might sound small, it might seem simple, but there's a communication you can have with him that you don't always. I don't say that. I said they're going to mess up somebody, though. It's kind of like when a person knows you, they just kind of know what to do. I remember, what was that? I had to go outside. I was in the rain doing something. I was up in Shabbat, after Shabbat night, late. I had to go outside in the rain. You remember that? When I got home, my wife already had me some stuff already made up. Hadn't even asked her, but it was on my mind to do it. And she had already had prepared it, had it set up. That's the kind of relationship we want to have with it, where you know who you're in a relationship. And we only do that because we look at how important we make relationship, how important it is to maintain relationship from marital status. It's much more important that we maintain a relationship we have with Mr. Yahuwah. Y'all got it? This is going to be of a greater substance, right? We're not important if you have a marriage. It's a real commitment that you got there. You know what I'm saying? The things you have to do, the things you have to do, so we understand where he is with us, the stuff he put up with, the stuff he endured, the mistakes we made, still being patient with us. Got it? And learning one another to say, I don't want to put myself in that position. I should do a lot of worrying about the failing part. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's still there to a degree. Worried about when was I going to make that big sin mistake. You know, because people say, no matter what you do, you're going to wind up sinning. just a matter of time. So I walked with a lot of anticipation of wondering when was that going to happen. Was I going to be able to stop? I mean, when was I going to fall in this trap hole that looked like people told me you got to fall into it because so many other people fell into it. You don't realize that's condition that people set for themselves. I don't walk around with no mind anticipating when I'm finna fornicate. Well, not fornicate for me, but adulterous. I don't know, still not being sent. That's just not something I'm putting my time into. I'm putting my mind on being more consistent. It's a lot of variables have to happen. And when you get in your relationship and you get comfortable in your relationship, you realize where your barriers are. You got to have barriers. Sometimes you're going down the expressway, you'll see them orange back. You say, dang, and it's kind of tight, but it's tight for you because they try to make sure you don't get over there. You be looking like, good, they got them things so far in the street because I'm trying to keep you from what I'm doing on this side. And that's the way he keeps it with the divorce. He's trying to keep it where it's real tight to keep her from getting any kind of obstacles or situation where it can wind up being detrimental to you and other people. Y'all got it? Yeah. Listen. This is Aleph, Kaf, 3 and 15. Oh, don't get me Matthew, chapter 7. This don't mess up none of y'all Christianics with me standing up here with this jacket on their pants. I know some people that Jesus don't go for this. You don't want me to tell you what I think about you and your Jesus, right? I don't know if they can handle it. Hand me be tight on them. Isn't that right? Listen to the book.
But consecrate the Adon Alahym in your law, and be ready always to give an answer to every ish that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear, having a ta'ub conscience.
See if it's 12 is what I want. 3 and 12. Listen.
For the eyes of the Adon are over the Siddiq.
I told you, when you get old, listen, don't take this stuff for granted. I did. Oh, my goodness. Man, I used to have a memory on me. Shh. Stuff I can remember. See, what happened, they'll call it all-timers with people when you get age. It ain't all-timers. We've been around so long, we just know so much. Eventually, you're going to start releasing other data just going to disappear. I got my phone there. Sometimes numbers will just go out of my phone. I got so many. Messages will fall off. Because it's just like, we holding so much information. My phone will start looking at something. You really hadn't even communicated with that number in a long time. This ain't a number. My phone just said throw it out. So a lot of times mine can just get rid of things. It's just taking on so much other information. It's just natural. You're a baby. It's a minor sponge. You don't know nothing. Sure, y'all learn your ABC. Ain't but 26 letters. That much stuff I know? That's ridiculous. Man, I try to do them A, B, L, M, N, O, P, Z, Y, F, M. Ain't that right, man? I got time. When I ever needed that? I ain't never went no job, no what about the ABC. What I need to remember them for? That stuff you teach a child about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yo, they taught you in music. How many of y'all took music? I was good, man. They were going to send me off. My mom, we ain't had no car. Think how my life would have turned out if we had a car back then. I wouldn't probably, you good damn? I said if we'd have had a car, how my life would turn out. It's like you ain't even believe me or something. Oh, I could have been somebody. Just for the record, anybody. How many of y'all know I could have been somebody? How many of y'all love you, who, Mr. Who? So we all together. Y'all see it? See, your gift made room for you. Isn't that right? You don't believe me? Ask CJ what happened when he go to Orion's. Now, you didn't give me room. Everybody like, big man finna eat. Get back. Come on, 999,000. Come on, 999,000, 930 more. I had $1 million. Listen, his gift made room for you. So he walk in and everybody get back. Listen, I'm not responsible for this talent. It was given to me, okay? Talent on loan from Mr. Yahuwah. Y'all all right? All right, anyway. Listen, 3 and 12, Aleph, Kaf. This is what people appreciate that taking on the road now. Please don't make me take it on the road. All right, listen. Aleph, Kaf, 3 and 12. This is what he told him.
For the eyes of the Adon are over the Siddiq.
Then tell him what happened.
And his ears are open to their palal.
You see that? And his ears are open to their palal. Tell him what happened.
But the face of the Adon is against them that do evil.
Can you imagine that? Now, you got to ask yourself about your situation. Why is it that you're not getting results? Now, I know. Don't consider. Don't even worry about it. But you should. The purpose is trying to turn a person from a negative behavior. See, when you listen to that, just say for me, okay, I'm not getting results. I've been praying, no results whatsoever. Now, I fall across and I stumble across this information. This information I just put out of my mind. I'm going to use other stuff. Maybe it's the sin of my Abba's father. Maybe it's the sin of my mother's now. I don't know. It could be any many things. Why put it on me? Because that puts responsibility. That makes self-examination. He used to put on, don't the book say the sins, the kata of the Abba, he put it upon the children to the third and fourth generation? Well, it could easily be one of those. But then let's deal with self. Now, the eyes of Yahuwah are over the Sadiq. His ears are open unto their palau. But the face of Yahuwah is against them that do Rasha. So I'm not getting favor. I'm not getting results. I'm not getting answers. Then I got to sit back and consider self. But at the same time, it gives me an opportunity to repair self. It's something he said that he didn't say. He told me who his face was toward. He told me who his face was against. To give me an opportunity to do what? Change. Now, Yeshayahu 59 and 1. Isaiah 59 and 1. Listen to the book.
Behold, Yahuwah's hand is not shortened.
Then what happened?
It cannot save.
I mean, you ever been in a situation that you felt like you should have been pulled out of that situation? And you weren't. Okay. Listen.
Neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
How many of y'all have felt like you asked for something and you didn't get it and you should have received it? Well, at some point in your life. If not recently, just what happened?
But your iniquities have separated between you and your Alahym.
See that? He said, but your what happened?
But your iniquities,
your wrongdoings have did what?
Badal between you and your Alahym.
They know separated. We know Badal. Sometimes people don't know. And in hearing that, we're more accustomed to separated. Right? Just like if me and my wife, and we had a fallout, if I cheated on her, she cheated on me, and we split up. And somebody say, hey, how your wife doing? I said, well, I couldn't tell you. You're going to believe my answer was, we separated. And because we separated, I wouldn't be the person to ask about her welfare. Or she wouldn't be the person to ask about my welfare, simply because we separated. Y'all understand that analogy? So, hypothetically, since you Mr. Yahuwah, how Dwayne doing if he been committing sin? Will he be the person to answer that? Why? We separated. So his welfare wouldn't be of no risk. Of course, Mr. Yahuwah knows all. Don't get me confused, but I'm just trying to get you to understand that because we understand things better when you look at it from a natural sense. When you ask us what knoweth a man, 1 Corinthians 2, pick me up, 2 and 7. 2 and 9. 1 Corinthians. Well, you had to jump up here and be ready on the spot. No matter, I used to think it was in the clothes. I said, man, when the preacher put on his suit, he can preach. I remember the first time I heard a preacher preach outside, I said, boy, they're going to be tight. I was looking at God is in the church. He was outside. I was fast. I said, man, he was on the front of the step. I was like, man, I was like, he out here too? I was ignorant. I didn't know. I thought, we were in the church. That's when people started shouting in the church. I didn't see nobody shout outside. So it was traffic out there. One nigga run off and fake that thing, get hit by a car. That's saying everybody that get in the spirit, can't about the usher and get you out the street, it's going to be tight. People know where to shout at. People know where to shout at. All that stuff, it's all act. It's all, you get emotional. We can get emotional about a lot of stuff. Ain't that wrong with getting all that run down and tearing up stuff. That's not none of Yahuwah. But Yahuwah don't give you nothing, going to tear up nothing but that sin. It is. We get emotional, and you'll do stuff. That's just emotion. Just people, you can get emotional. People be emotional about a game. They team win, and final seconds on the clock, it's a shot. They be, wow! They ain't realize they were going to do it. They was excited about their act. So that was their action. So people can hear something and feel, just take out this emotion. Man, that's the Holy Spirit. And it's scary. But I tell you, when it worked, though, you want to see the Ruach HaKodesh. When you get there, you hear something, walk up and obey it. He don't want to see that. He want to see something that, exciting to him, the adrenaline moving. Here, watch me obey this. So I got more than that person running. I bet I can obey it. that's the result. I can obey it. I did. You see, but you like, man, they just emotional, man. You don't cry or something like that, man. How you emotional? Put your emotion in the effect of obeying. That's the best emotion he gonna acknowledge. Y'all got it. Yeah, people like, yo, you need to have you say you full of emotion. No, you just confused. You know, it's good. People that have mental problems are full of emotion. Because they have so many different things working. Where the real effect come in if you can obey what you're being taught. You know, they don't like that, do they? 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 9. Let's see how Mr. Yahuwah think. Listen.
But as it is written,
What he say?
I have not seen,
Tell them what has happened.
nor ear heard,
Tell them what happened.
neither have entered into the lob of Ish the things which Alahym hath prepared for them that ahab him.
But what happened?
Alahym hath revealed them unto us
By what?
by his Ruach.
So when you first read it, it sounded like nobody didn't know it. He said, I hadn't seen, ear hadn't heard, hadn't even entered into the laws of them, the things Mr. Yahuwah had prepared for them that love him. But Shaul just said he was the only one. What did he say, Chris?
But Alahym hath revealed them unto us.
In simple English, us would be plural or singular.
Plural.
So somebody know. Somebody done seen. But just hearing it just say, I hadn't seen, ear hadn't heard. So it hadn't even entered into the heart, what they would say the hearts of men. The things Alahym had prepared for them that love him, ahab him. But he said, but he revealed it unto us. Tell us how he did it.
By his Ruach.
And what happened?
For the Ruach searcheth all things.
Yea.
The deep things of Alahym.
I got to open that up, though. They don't know it, though. That time to something else I told you, I can do it. I can do it. Listen.
For what Ish knoweth the things of a Ish.
See what he said? What things what?
For what Ish knoweth the things of a Ish.
Say what?
Save the Ruach of Ish, which is in him.
What happened?
Even so the things of Alahym
Tell me what happened.
knoweth no Ish, but the Ruach of Alahym.
You see that? So you know what's going to make sense? Since all I know are the things of a man, because I'm a man, except for the Ruach that's in me, I don't know. The things of Alahym, I certainly can't know. It's going to make sense when he tell me something. You have to tell it to me like a man. That's all I know. I don't know deep space wonders. You're going to tell me stuff I know because I'm a man. And he clarified, that's what I know. So now you can see why it makes sense to tell you about sowing seeds. You can see why it makes sense to tell you about the marriage. You can see why it makes sense to tell you about how to build. Guess who knows these things? I started explaining about the Ruach that's in you. You don't know that. Because that's going to go along with the things of Alahym. So in order to get us in a state that where we can understand the things of Alahym, I got to explain it to you in the state of a man. 1341. Tell them what I want, Hakeem. Acts of the Apostles. See if it makes sense. Try to be mindful of my time. We still got Yeshayahu 5091. I still got Matthew chapter 7, verse 11. We'll work it all out. Ain't that right? It's all the same word. Zach, you to sing that thing too. Getting bad folk, he believe it more then, isn't it? He's a Bible tone believer back then. Get that thing in. I sang it. I tell you what brought me here. The word brought me here. Ain't nothing but the word brought me here. I still believe it. I used to sing that song before he was singing. I saw him before I was saying, I still sing. I still believe it. Yeah. That's what brought me here. There's no woman bring me here. There's nobody bring me here. Word brought me here. I mean, I don't know. Everybody get it changed up. What bring? That's just been on it. Word brought me here. Nothing but the word brought me here. Y'all hear me? And I tell you, every one of them words, it brought me here. That's why I'm here. 1341. Let's see what he said. Oh, well, you're going to get me back to that 1 Corinthians chapter 2. I think we left off 10 or 11. Where we left off? 2 and 11? All right, listen to the book.
Behold, ye despisers, and wonder.
See that? You despiser and wonder. And what does you do?
Perish.
And he said you're going to perish. Tell him why, son.
For I work a work in your Yamim.
Can you believe that? Can y'all believe he told you that? You see what he told you? Let's see. Behold, you despise and wonder, and you perish. I work in your yamin, which is your days, a work.
which ye shall in no wise amon,
Yeah.
though a ish declare it unto you.
So you ain't gonna believe it. Can you believe that? He done tied us up, Leon. See, it won't make sense to let no spirit, as they call it, Ruach, come talk to me. Because I don't know nothing about no Ruach. I ain't even know about the one that sent me. That's right. You know what's going to be best to do? Let a man talk to me. Because I ain't understand. What am I doing when the Ruach come down and start talking? What am I do? Right. We ain't even on the same page. I'm a man. Now through growth, like he said, Alahym had revealed it unto us by his Ruach. But you got to have a man's understanding to be able to understand the concept. Anytime you find when he sent the message to Malachi, well, they will come in just like an Ish, in the form of an Ish. Yep. When they sent him to Sodom and Gomorrah, you didn't believe what they saw. Two spirits. Two men. Two men. That's what they're going to understand. And you know what else they understood by looking and knowing a man? Pick me up, 19. That's exactly right. 19th chapter of the book of Barashit, they call Genesis. Pick me up at 19, about 14. See, but you're going to know that here because of a man. Right? Barashit, Genesis, they call it. Let me see if it's 19 and 13. Listen to the book.
For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahuwah. Listen. And Yahuwah hath sent us to destroy it.
That go right back to where we started. You hear what he's saying? You saw what did y'all just hear him say? Anything key to y'all? Huh? What did y'all hear y'all mean? Because you know he looked at that was in his face. Like you do a nigga in your face. You know what you try to do? I'm just trying to make sure I ain't looking. You know that right? You won't do it again though. I make sure I won't be looking. He looked at he just told you what happened. They said he been doing it in his face. So now when I hear the statement of the eyes of Yahuwah are over the Sadiq, his ears are open unto their palau, but the face of Yahuwah is against them that do what? This can be bad for me. He said they did that in his face, so look what he did. At that point, he said, man, destroy it. He told her, I sent him down to destroy the place. Because this is right here in my face. I can't have you, when Jerusalem, you ain't going to believe what he told us to do. He said he wanted us out of his sight. Because I'm always looking at it to begin and end. I'm not going to stop looking at that place. I'm just not going to let you keep doing what you're doing. You know, Jerusalem caught a fire. He looked at, we caught him up. Listen, he purposely set us somewhere to guess what? I'm always looking here. I'm never not looking here. So the easy thing going to be with you guys is to get you out and y'all going to have to do right. Then it makes sense why now we can understand why he left Edom, right? Adon. He left it. It makes sense, don't it? Because I'm looking. I'm looking here. The easy thing going to be is to get you out. I'm not going nowhere. All right, listen.
And Lut went out and spake unto his Bani-in-law, which married his Banu, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahuwah will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his Bani-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the Malachi...
You don't believe what happened. They're going to have a problem with my ring. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. You just showed them about two women right now were married and hadn't even been with a man. So they accuse my ring of having been with a man. That's how she was impregnated. You did hear when he just told y'all that Luke went out and talked to his son-in-laws that married his daughters. Those are the same daughters just told him about them getting pregnant because they didn't know a man. Yep. They got to get pregnant in a way just like we do it. Don't worry about it. Listen.
And when the morning arose, then the Malachi hastened Luke, saying, Arise, take thy Ashah.
Oh, my son. Back me up at verse 9. Let's say verse 9 what I want. Listen.
And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn. Y'all
hear what happened? They said this one fellow came in to stay, came through traveling through, and tell them what happened.
And he will needs to be a judge.
You see that? And he looked like a judge. So you know that should have set us up to let us know there's a man that's coming back here, they're going to judge us. Can you imagine a man going to come back in and judge her? They saw it right now. They saw right there by that man's face. This man looks just like a judge. We got a man coming right on the street, on the scene that looks just like a sheriff. You know, you ever seen people before? Sometimes you can look at and say, you can tell he the police. The mustache cut and everything, the way they talk, you said, that got out of the police all day. Ain't that right? You said, you know what they folks picked up right and said? That man now is a sheriff. It's showing their face. They could sit there looking. Hadn't said nothing. They could just look like the way he was looking. He looked like he judging us. Exactly. Can you imagine that? They could pick that up from a man. And you talking about a ruach coming down the judge? They can't understand it. These guys banging men. And they men, they don't understand that. They gonna understand when somebody looking at them with a look of disdain, a look of disgust. Or look at somebody that already done passed sentence on him and he already made his mind up about it. You can understand it. You know what? You've encountered that before because of your behavior. Got it? So it made sense that what knoweth the man? If a ruach came, they wouldn't understood it. They didn't understand the face of no ruach. They can understand the face of a man. Come on back to what we had. What I had you hold on? Yes, Yahoo? 59, 7. I had 12, 7, 11. I'm at the Yahoo. Let me get this 59 and 1 out of the way. 59 and 1. Because then while you're over there, same one, give me 58 and 1. Let's see what happened. This is 59 and 1. Listen to the book.
Behold,
Well, listen.
Yahuwah's hand is not shortened.
That,
It cannot save.
neither,
His ear heavy.
that he what?
It cannot hear.
Tell them what happened, son.
But your iniquities
have did what?
separated
Between well.
you and your Alahym.
So that what?
And your Kotar have hid his pani from you.
So that what?
He will not hear.
So when I hear that Yahuwah's eyes are over the Sadiq, his ears are open unto their palau, but the face of Yahuwah is against them that do evil, he cannot hear me as long as I'm in sin. And I learned that from the law that people said been done away with. What Koff is telling me, the law ain't went nowhere. That's the same thing I heard him. He just told me that he can't. It's impossible. He cannot hear me while I'm in that state. I'm in too distance of a state. The distance is just too far to rescue. He said, I can't do anything with you. You know what I mean? This has pushed me further and further away from him. Y'all got me? So now he's telling me what I got to do here. And Cup tell me the same thing. The eyes of Yahuwah are over the Sadiq, his ears are open unto their palau, but the face of Yahuwah is against them that do it evil, which means he cannot hear them. He cannot help them while they're in that state. So now we see what's necessary. At 58 and 1 of the same book. Yeshayahu 58 and 1. So I can get back to that 7th chapter of the book of Matthew 7:11, so we can see about these barriers. This is 58 and 1. Listen to the book.
Cry aloud.
Cry who?
Aloud.
And why, you know why they're going to make sense? Because of the distance. Hold you got. Beth. Malachi 19. Make it Aleph. Malachim. So that one I want. 19. Make it 18. No. 18, 14. Aleph, first king, they'll call it. Aleph Malachim, 18:14. Listen to the book.
And now thou sayest, Go, tell thy Adon, behold, all Yahoo is here, and he shall slay me.
Tell him. That's what I tell him. You tell them all Yahoo. Listen.
And all Yahoo said, As Yahuwah of hosts liveth, before whom I stand, I will surely shoot myself into him this yom. So,
Pick my bet. See if it's 19 and 1. 19, 14. See 19, 14. Maybe in 18, 18. Let me have 19, 14. Listen.
19:14?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And he said, I have been very jealous for Yahuwah Alahym.
18 what I want. 18, 18. Listen.
And he answered, I have not troubled Yashral,
But who?
but thou and thy Abba's house.
That's what they look at with me. They try to say I'm troubling the people. I'm just like he told Ahab, man, I ain't troubling. I'm only troubling you and your house. And for that, they be caring about the people like what I got too much on these people. They ain't too much on these people, too much on these sinners. These transgressors.
That's right.
Listen to the book.
But thou in thy Abba's house,
Yeah.
and that ye have forsaken the Amar of Yahuwah,
Listen.
and thou hast followed Balaam. Now therefore sin
Is it Baal or you said Balaam?
Baalam.
Baalam. Yeah. They got an M on it?
I am.
Oh, Balaam. Okay. Listen. All right. Balaam. All right. Listen.
Now therefore send and gather to me all Yasharal
Yeah.
unto Mount Carmel, and the Nabaim of Baal 450, and the Nabaim of the groves 400,
Yeah.
which eat at Jezebel's table.
Mm-hmm.
So Ahab sent unto all the Bani of Yasharal.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear what just happened? Y'all heard anything about that before? 2 and 20. Kazum. We'll jump back over. Kazum, Revelation 2 and 20. Kazum 2 and 20. Maybe 21, 22. It's still same thing. What we hold at 18 and 20 of
Yes, sir.
Alahym? Hold that for me. We'll roll with it. Come on. Listen to the book so I can get y'all finished up here. Listen.
Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that Ashah Jezebel, which calleth herself a Nabi, to teach and to seduce my Abadim to commit pornea
And
to eat things sacrificed unto idols.
at 18 and 19 of the book of Alahym. Give me a little bit more of that why he finna get me. Tell me what he did.
And I gave her space to repent of her pornea, and she
I ain't using
repented
pornea
not.
because you want to speak Greek. You speak Greek. That's why you use pornea. That's why he want to use it. He want to speak Greek. Want to speak perfectly good Greek to me. We're trying to learn Habarim. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
So what were you? Zanuth? Zanuth? I mean, in the Greek, they would probably use pornea for pornography or whatever they want to use, but let's stay with some Abari. Isn't that right? Let's try to stay with some We're still trying to get it down. You ain't sin. It's just I'd rather stay a little more Abari right now. Listen to the book.
Behold, I will cast her into a bed,
I could imagine who else.
and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds.
See that? What did he say that he didn't say? I told you to repent. I just told you we're going to put in there with her. Said the ones that do it with her, the one that eat with her, that sacrifice and do what she does, do the same thing. He said he told her, don't put him in a sick bed. So he giving you opportunity, space to repent, just like he gave her. People always make it look like when you hit a bar. Typically, I used to look at it, and I told y'all before in the Old Testament, I looked at it as they were you turning hard God, hard law. I did. That's what they told me. They used to say, that's that, when he was that hard God with that hard law, people couldn't do it. That wouldn't make sense. How did Abraham get a covenant, a berit? Don't make sense. The man said, kept my laws and my statute and my judgments. So how couldn't people keep it? Abraham could keep it. That wouldn't make sense. But that's what they told us to try to soothe themselves from being just willing transgressors. So he already told me a certain thing you don't want to do. Because you said, well, that's her. He said the ones that did it with her. I'm going to get them too. So I'm going to cast all of them in a sick bed. Y'all all right? All right, come on back up. 18. What was it? 18, 19? 18, 19. Let's see what he said. 18, 19. Aleph Malachim, they call First Kings. Listen.
Now therefore send and gather to me all Yasharal
And who else?
unto Mount Carmel,
Tell me where they at.
and the Nabaim of Baal
What they-
450,
Then what happened?
and the Nabaim of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table.
Wow. Ain't that something? Listen.
So Ahab sent unto all the Bani of Yasharal, and gathered the Nabaim together unto Mount Carmel. And all Yahu came unto all the and said, how long halt ye between two opinions?
You know what the book told you concerning that later? That no ish could serve two Adons. That's why he want to know how long they're going to try to do both. Because you can't. So what did he tell them?
If Yahuwah be Alahym,
Then do what?
follow him.
And who else?
But if Baal,
Hold on.
then
Who else he
follow.
told you to follow?
If Yahuwah be Alahym, follow him.
Listen.
But if Baal, then follow him.
That's making a difference. When Yahushua came on the scene, you believe what he told Cuff. He told him to follow him. Told him to make them fishing, Anashim. And you didn't believe what they did. They dropped their nets and they followed him.
That's right.
Did y'all pay attention to that? He just said, if Yahuwah be Alahym, follow him.
That's right.
Yahushua came on the scene and told them to follow him.
That's right.
And they dropped their nets and followed him.
That's right.
We know he believed it because of the fact that what he told you in 16 and 18. He asked him, but whom do you say that I am? He said that he was the Mashiach, the man of Alahym. So he had to believe that Yahuwah was Alahym. To follow his son, he dropped the nets and followed him. This your law. These men were, listen, the problem that come in with us, they were skilled in instruction. He just told them who to follow. If Yahuwah be Alahym, if he be the one with the power, the Almighty, then follow him. If Baal, then follow him. Well, when he came to cover, he told them to follow him. And they dropped their nets and followed. What did they believe, as they call it?
Yahuwah.
The man told y'all who he was. He asked them. That's how important things are for you to know. He said, but whom do ye say that I am? He heard what other people said. Who do you say that I am? He said, you're Mashiach, the Ben Alahym. Make a difference. Let's see what he said. 16:16. Matayahu. 16:14. Matayahu. Listen to the book.
And they said, some say that thou art Yahukanan
See
the
that?
immersed.
Know what it's saying. Listen.
Some Yahukanan, some Yashayahu, and others Yaramyahu, or one of the Nabiim.
What happened?
He saith unto them,
What?
but whom say ye that I am?
And what? Who spoke?
And Shimon Cuff answered and said,
What did he say?
thou art the Mashiach,
What did he say?
the Ben of the Kai
You put him
Alahym.
at 5 and 17. You know what I want? You're Ukanan. You hear what he said? He said, and Cup said who?
Thou art the Mashiach,
Listen what he said.
the Ben of the Kai Alahym.
See that? The Ben of the living Alahym? That's what he said. Now, I still want people. That means he got to jump over and finish up where you was at. Olive Cup, Olive Malachim 18, 19. They call it 1 King 18:19. This is your Ukanan, they call St. John chapter 5, verse 17. Listen to the book, because he just said that he was the son of. Let's see what happened. This is 5:17 of the book of Ukanan. He got me Olive Malachim chapter 18 and verse 19. Listen to the book.
But Yahusha answered them,
I'm sorry, 18 and 20. Listen.
my Abba worketh hitherto.
You hear this? If he said my Abba, what would that make him? A son. A Ben. Exactly right. He said my Abba, that means you're a son. If you have a father, an Abba, that makes you a son when you talk about a male. He said my Abba worketh.
Hitherto,
And what do you do?
and I work.
Two different works. Two separate people. Listen what he said.
Therefore,
My bad. Let's not listen what he said. Listen what they said. These are two different people. He said the father working, he got to work. He said, my daddy work and I work. But look how they got it crossed up. What did they say?
therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him,
Tell them why.
because he not only had broken Shabbat,
But did what?
said also that Alahym was his Abba,
What would that mean?
making himself equal with Alahym.
Equivalent to. Well, I mean, we're doing the same thing.
That's right.
We were doing the same thing. At Olive Malachim 18 and 20. First Kings, they call it, 18 and 20. Listen to the book.
So Ahab sent unto all the Beni of Yasharal, and gathered the Nabiim together unto Har Carmel. And all Yahu came unto all the and said, How long halt ye between two opinions?
Tell them what happened.
If Yahuwah be Alahym,
Then what?
follow him.
See that? That makes sense now. So let me ask you a question. If I followed his son, would that be safe to say I was following Yahuwah? According to the 5th chapter book of Yahuwah, verse 17, he didn't say it, they said it. He said, my father got to work and I got to work. They looked at, hold on for a minute. Now, we were going to kill you about the Shabbat. But based off that statement, you just said that Alahym was your Abba. That will make you equivalent to. So you ain't going to believe that. If I'm following the son, I'm following the father. That's why he asked Cup, who was it? Cup can answer. It makes sense for him to follow. Because if Alahym be Alahym, you need to follow him. If Baal, then you need to follow him. See, I ain't picked that up. People don't have no important stuff here. Why would he ask them that? He wants to see, do you even know who you're following? This comes with a relationship. This comes with getting understanding. This comes with teaching. Do you even know who you're following? Most people don't. That's why I asked her, who the men? They heard what other people said. What do you say? What do you say? I figured I was banking on Jeremiah. I know me and Leon, we were betting. Leon was saying Isaiah, which was a name they wouldn't use, but this is what people understand. But you know exactly what you'd have been all in. That's why I'm following you. Because following you is the same as following the Abba. I'm just taking what they said. That's according to your law, it made sense. Because the book said, let another each tahala you. And what was it? That's why all he had to tell them was, my Abba work and I work. That was enough to get it out their mouth. So you can't go put that on him. That's what they said. They had enough sense to pick that up. Why can't you? All right, let's see what happened.
If Yahuwah be Alahym,
then what?
Follow him.
What else?
But if Baal, then follow him.
Keep going.
And the answered him not a debar.
Listen.
Then said Yahoo unto the I, even I only, remain a Nabi of Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
But Baal's Nabiim are 450 Anashim.
Come on, son.
Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves.
And what happened?
And cut it in pieces.
See that? Listen what happened.
And lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under.
Y'all didn't pay attention to that either. You ain't gonna believe what just happened. He said he gonna take one, and they were gonna cut it in half. The 2 is still gonna be 1. All he did when he gave you Yasharal and gave you Yehuda, all he did was just split them. They were still 1. The book told you for the 2 should be 1. Not only that, you should have paid attention how they dressed him. Because when they first took him, they put him in scarlet. The next time you found out, they put him in a lavender robe. He told them to do that. He said, you dress one and I'll dress the other one. But they wouldn't have never paid attention. He'd been a bullock. You'd have needed a red heifer. That's why they put the red robe on him. This one you had to do it for removing sin. You needed a red heifer. That's why they put the scarlet robe on him. I don't know why they call a red heifer bull. Heifer's a female. But you didn't need that bull. You didn't need that ox. Makes sense to me. I don't know what are we going to know? The things of the East. How else are you going to understand it when you saw them, they put that scarlet robe on him? You understand you don't need him. I don't know what happened. We were unclean by a dead body. You doing anything? You're going to have to use you needed what they would put as a red heifer. Isn't that right? And take the ashes of it and sprinkle them with it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. You need to know who you're following. You need a relationship. That's right. I need to stop coming and saying you need a relationship. You need to know why things are happening. These are not mystical. This is not magic. This is in your law. But he told you something. He said, is it not in your law that I said it? He said, then it can't even be broken. Listen to the boy. And the guy folks walking around. Nigga, who you think you is, God? Nigga, you don't know?
That's right.
That's what an E are. You don't know him, Alahym?
That's right.
Let's say in the Lord. We got folks on. You must think you God or something. Not at all. I know I'm Alahym. That's right. Yeah. And we fight that stuff. People say that psychosis from white people. But you say white people God. You esteem them. You don't even know who you are. Because you don't have a relationship. You don't have a relationship, everybody else dictates the way you think and how you feel. You need a relationship. People don't control nothing. Listen, what I can do with y'all that we just had the mindset, these people can't stop us from that. Ain't nothing they can keep back from us. Nothing. Ain't nothing. Y'all just too scared. Y'all just too scared. They can't stop us. I got everything I need. I don't need these people out there for nothing. We can do all this ourselves. We don't need these people for nothing. Listen, these folks, they defenses down. These people meet for us. These people, praiseworthy these people, saying they glad to be off and without pay. A great sacrifice for a wall. Your ass finna be in the outdoor and you worry about a wall. Yeah. You need walls and ceilings and doors and windows after a while. Yeah. I want these people think, hell, more Mexicans come underground than on top. Yeah. That wall ain't stopping nothing. Yeah. You just increase the toll. They're gonna make more money on the illegal trade. That's all you did. Just like with drugs. The harder you make it with drugs, the more the price will go up. I'm not saying they're gonna put death penalty on drugs. You think the Philippines don't stop drugs? How much y'all been hearing about people getting killed in the Philippines? All you did is just make a police realize, you do know when you come, I'm shooting, right? I'm getting a death penalty. What was that? Oh, Mr. Officer, here you go. They gonna kill me anyway. And then what you think the cost of drugs going up to? So people gonna start smoking drugs now. Cause notice who they ain't putting the penalty on. Kill the users. That's how you start the business. See, they don't want to talk to me. Why you don't say kill the user? Because you need drugs. You need illegal drugs. You need that money on the market. Don't let these folks fool you because they talking about killing no damn drug. That's a joke. Kill the users. They usually lock up the hitter, the shooters and smokers. They realize, shit, you hurting business. Get the dealer. Once you shut down enough the folk that's smoking, them folks realize, ain't nobody, I got all this dope and nobody want to smoke it because they going to go to jail. Don't you know you just killed the business? Yep. So you keep putting on the pusher. Bad pusher, bad drug dealer, bad drug dealer, bad drug. I just try to make the price go up. Been $10 too long. They know what they're doing. Make the price go up. But y'all don't think like that. All right, listen to the book.
And call ye on the Shem of your Alahym, and I will call on the name of Yahuwah. And the Alahym that answereth by fire.
Let him do what?
Be Alahym.
Listen.
And all the arm answered and said, it is well spoken.
Y'all hear what happened? The Alahym that answered by what?
Fire.
Do what?
Him be Alahym.
Answer again, please, sir. What happened?
And the Alahym that answered by fire.
Let him
be Alahym.
That's all I want to hear. Then keep rolling. I'll come back and get it later. Come on, son, roll with it.
And all Yahoo said unto the Nabiim of Baal, choose you one bullock for yourselves and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the Shem of your Alahym, but put no fire under.
Yeah.
And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the Shem of Baal from morning even unto noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered, and they leaped upon the altar which was made.
What happened?
And it came to pass at noon that all Yahoo mocked them and said, cry aloud, for he is a Alahym, either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awake.
Y'all know what happened? Talking about you. 59:1 told you what happened. Behold, the hand is not shortened, it cannot shade, it is near, neither is the ear heavy, cannot hear. But your iniquity has separated between you and your Alahym, so that he will not hear. He's here, you over here. That's a long distance. So you know what I need him to do? Cry aloud, trying to reach you. Spare not. Lift up your voice like a shofar, so he can show them their transgression and the house of Jacob their sin. So pre-adventure, he's going away on a long journey. So all Yahoo was telling you something you need to know why you ain't got no relationship. So you didn't know why? Your iniquity has separated between you and Alahym so that he will not hear. So you're going to have to cry louder. Huh? If he's here, and you're over here, in order to reach you, he's going to have to cry loud. All y'all who trying to help you out, trying to tell you what your problem is. Even they were trying to call on why they weren't getting no results with their so-called God. He didn't exist. He will make a mockery of them. Let's look at your situation. It's not funny. You're not getting no results because he will not hear you. So we're trying to get you to do what he told you, is to draw nigh to him. So he will draw nigh to you. That's all we're trying to do. But you know what you got to do? Cleanse your hands. You sinners, and you don't believe us, he told you. Double-minded. Because you can't have two. You can't serve two Adons. That's why you're going to, a lot of y'all, you double-minded. You double-minded. You ain't consistent. Y'all read something, throw your first thing come up here, everything in the book wrong. Maybe he ain't real. Ain't no sin. Y'all read shit that just throws me. It's like, how'd you come to these conclusions? Why is it when you stumble across something, it comes straight that he ain't existing anymore? But your ass still in existence. Right. Your ass still real. Right. That's amazing. Why you don't read something and you find out you ain't shit? Right. It's funny, it is honest. How everybody come to the conclusion, soon you find one word, one passage, all of a sudden everything now don't exist, but your stinking ass still him. It angers me. I've never found a stomach cause I don't put him into non-existence. It makes no sense. Why is his validity always questioned? And you the shakiest shit on the planet. You're the most unstable people in the whole entire planet. Instead, you still think you're consistent. The man been consistent since the day he started this thing. He always been for what's right. He set up a way when he saw you wouldn't meet the standard, was giving you something you couldn't earn, and said, I call it con. I call it con. I'll give you something you don't even deserve. That way you can look and you should be appreciative. You didn't deserve it. Let you get yourself in a state and come and say, listen, I know you don't deserve it. I'm going to do it for you. So you would feel what you would do to other people, how you kiss people's asses who give you shitty jobs. He said, surely they would appreciate me. I gave you life. Surely they would appreciate me when you should have died, when you should have been cut off, when you should have been gone. You'll love and you'll appreciate everybody but Mr. Yehoah. How would you feel? How would you feel? Your kid come home and sing the praises of somebody else's parent who don't even do shit for him. Oh, Carrie Kiss Kid. Oh, you just said it. Have they ever gave you that? No. But just what they ever asked you to be that kid? No. What the hell you talking about Carrie Kissing for? Yeah. I've been right here for you the whole time. I've been bearing and caring for you. So hypothetically, just y'all as how people go and seek other people God. Them folks ain't never did shit for you. Jesus ain't never did nothing for you. Nope. Nothing. Worst cruise ship ever. That's why the other shit out there folk getting sick on it. Hell, I was sick on the first ship brought us over here. That's right. And we always say, praise these people, other gods and other deities. What's wrong with us? They come and tell us, so what he said? You want to cry loud. Man, we going on a far journey. That's right. That's right. Still going to tie it up. Because he said, I said in your law that you Alahym. Yes, isn't that what he said? Yes, sir. Who are they trying to call? He's trying to call Alahym too. See, that's the same thing. Which is easier? Huh? You've been serving and giving your time to something. All y'all who trying to help him. Maybe he sleep. But George told you he don't sleep or slumber. They said, well, maybe he's going on a far journey. Maybe he just can't hear you, so cry loud. And nothing's working? That's what we do. That's what we do. Well, right, though.
Yes, sir.
Y'all hear what he told them? Pick me up at Acts Apostle 2. Make it Acts Apostle chapter 1 at verse 19. Acts 1, 19. Listen to the book. Acts of the Apostles, chapter 1, verse 19. Listen to the book.
And it was known unto all the dwellers at Jerusalem, and so much as that field is called in
Make it 1 and 14. Listen.
these all continued with one accord in
Pay
Palau.
attention. These did what now?
All continued
What were they doing?
with one accord in Palau,
With who?
in supplication with the Nashim and Marim, the aim of Yahusha,
And what happened?
and with his Akim.
Yeah.
And in those Yamim, Cuff stood up in the midst of the Methodist and said,
That's good. 2 and 1. Acts of the Apostle. How many of y'all with me? How many of y'all got it? Nobody. Let's see. Acts of the Apostle 2 and 1. Listen to the book.
And when the Yom of Ukak Shabul was fully come,
Where were they at?
they were all with one accord
Well,
in one place.
tell them what happened.
And suddenly there came a sound from Shamayim,
As of what?
a rushing mighty wind,
And what did it do?
and it filled all the house
Where they was what?
where they were sitting.
Tell them what appeared.
And there appeared unto them cloven tongues,
What was it like?
like as of fire.
That's how I know Mr. Yahuwah answered.
That's right.
The one that answered by fire, let him be Alahym.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ain't gonna believe what happened. And put no fire under them.
That's right.
That's why I was showing you how they continued in Palau. Because if you're going to call them, you got to be Palauing. How you think they got results? The one that answered by fire, let him be Alahym. So where did the fire come from? They didn't put one under them. The same thing happened when all Yahoo prayed.
That's right.
When all Yahoo Palau, it took up the whole sacrifice.
That's right.
It consumed everything that was around it.
That's right.
That's why it filled up the house then.
Yes,
See,
sir.
when we get this relationship built the way we're supposed to, he'll come in and fill the whole house. But we got to build a relationship. See, but you know the issue too? These all continue. They ain't pray and get up and leave. They ain't pray and go start texting somebody. They ain't pray and start fooling around, start lusting and fornicating and committing adultery, people use it. These all continue, meaning they stayed in it. Can you imagine that? These continue. With one accord. And in Palau. With the Anashim. Well, with the women. With this Charlotte. I forgot multiple for women, but this is something we got to do. When we read it, we got to get an understanding. We got to get comprehension. That's key to reading. Command the subject. That's what a lot of people, you got a lot of people know some stuff. I remember I used to have a reader before we started. You remember Ernie? We used to read Ernie. His name was Ernie. Ernie at home, looking at you, you got your hat on. Stop. Where's your hat on to pray? But really smart mathematics, new maths. I said, show your pastor. I said, show your pastor how you get the number. He said, what it is, you had to, he was trying to spray me counters and what you do. He was like, I know. I said, that's all I need to know. He can do it. He don't have an idea what he's doing. He just followed some basic rules that I gave him, but he couldn't explain how he got it, couldn't break it down. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to see was he smart as they got him on paper, and he wasn't. A lot of people just memorize. A lot of people just follow, but they really don't understand how they came to their conclusion. That's the difference. You got people who can explain how you come to the conclusion. They can break it down to the smallest common denominator. They can get you the way you say, you know what, I understand the concept. Some people don't understand the concept. They've just been doing it. And you really break it down and stop it and say, can you explain to me how you done it? Just like the unit, coming from Jerusalem. How many of y'all know he needed direction how to get to Jerusalem and back? He didn't need that. How many of y'all figure he needed to know, he needed to learn what you should worship him? He needed problem comprehending what he was reading. I got the book. I'm coming from Jerusalem. I've been worshiping, but I don't understand what in the world I'm reading. You see him with that book coming from Jerusalem, you know what it said? I know that guy know what he's doing. And you would be exactly wrong. Because he did. He had just been attending somewhere and didn't know what in the world was going on. That's what we got to stop. That's what we're trying to stop. A lot of statements being made. He make a lot of statements, a lot of stuff saying, it's got to make sense. It's got to come back and make sense to me because it got a rationale going, I'm a man. I'm an Ish. So you got to come and get on my level to get me to understand what you're trying to translate to me from the Ruach perspective. That's the only way it's going to make sense. You sit down, whole bunch of Ruach start dancing, doing stuff, and they get through them and say, listen, that was beautiful. But I don't understand nothing you just did. Just for the record, let me tell you something. Things have to be explained. You don't believe that? Let's see something. Kazum, pick me up 1-7. Let's see that one. 1-7. Other one picked me up in 7-13. Kazum. Other one get me Kazum. I'm gonna get me Kazum. Let me use a different Kazum. Revelation, they call it 17, 17:10. Listen.
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the Erat shall wail because of him. Mm-hmm. Even so, Amen. Mm-hmm. I am Aleph and Tut, the beginning and the ending, saith the Adon, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. Mm-hmm. I, Yehukanan, who also am your Aki,
and also your brother. What happened?
And companion in tribulation.
In tribulation.
And in the Malkuth, and patience of Yahushua HaMashiach, was in the owl that is called Patmos.
What happened?
For the Debar of Alahym, and for the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach.
What happened?
I was in the Ruach on Yahuwah's Yom.
That's all I'm trying to figure out. 7 and 11. Give me that. Then other one, get me 7 and 10. Kazum. Listen to the book.
And all the Malachi stood round about the throne, and about the elders and the 4 living creatures, and fell before the throne on their panim and shakah Alahym, saying, Aman, Baraka, and Kabud, and wisdom, and Tudah, and Kabad, and power and might be unto our Alahym forever and ever. Amen.
Why?
And one of the Zakan answered, saying unto me,
what did he say?
What are these which are arrayed in white robes?
You see that? What happened?
And whence came they?
What happened?
And I said unto him,
oh, I already know this.
Sir, thou knowest.
I'm in the Ruach. What happened?
And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest.
Tell me what happened.
And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation.
And I know that from just looking at them. And what happened?
And have washed their robes and made them white in the dam of the Lamb.
So what were they before that? They were stained. They were stained. You would have never known that if you'd have seen them standing in white robe. You would have never known they had come out of something. Somebody had to teach you that. That's what they were checking. Do you know what you see? And the answer is no. Now you can find where he asked Amos what seed he, and what did he say? Guess what old basket fruits weren't? In Shamayim. They were right here on the arise. So you should know that. But if I show you something in Shamayim, you won't know. Because the only things you're going to know are the things of a man. Y'all listen to these people. I ain't never watched Hagen teach that shit. I don't watch him. You know, I watch Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't watch these people. I don't waste my time. What for us, Mr. Hugh, going to give it to us? I just don't waste my time. It's too much garbage you got to throw away. How many of y'all believe Yukon was saved? How many of y'all believe he had the Ruach? Why he didn't know what he saw? Why he couldn't see it in the spirit, just start moving, just start talking to him, tell him what it was? I've been here before, Leon. Why he ain't holler, Days Jabu, abracadabra? You know why he asked her, because you don't know. Same thing Philip asked the unit. Do you understand what you're reading? How can I? Ruach gonna throw me off. 17 and 11. What's that, 1710? Same book, Kazum.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm trying to do, get people to see. Let me tell you what I look. I don't try to, this is what I don't do. I don't waste my time trying to get deep. Let these people stay deep. They're already in a hellhole. All I want to do is just learn the plan of salvation. Just get to where I got to go. What's for us, Mr. Hood going to give it to us. I ain't trying to fabricate and make up nothing. These folks don't blow me off with it. Man, you know what somebody, you know why I kill a man? Living. Chris, how many mistakes you done made on that ring? You know why you're there still? Can't find any guy here live right to do it. How many times I stumble up here, I can't write a complete stamp. My penmanship is terrible. You know what the problem is? You can't find any guys out here to live right to do it. They don't know something, they can't live right. So he can't use them. He just can't use them. That idiot, I know a smart talk smart. Well, show me and go ahead and live right. They can't do it. That's what kept them. They can't do it. Like they see them guys on the, man, that joker, sorry, why you on the basketball court? You got in and try. Right. You like, man, I'm sorry, man. You know you that good. I know. You know, I'm winning your mouth. You know, right? You get out here and see, he got nothing sorry. God, busting your, man, he missed out. He weighing your ass and he don't miss nothing. Y'all deep. Right. You trying to change your position, man. You ought to be a 3-point shooter. You know, folks don't know. They don't see. There's a whole lot of this. There's more than just learning. I've been telling y'all that. That's why folks ain't doing it now. You can learn that way. Listen, beautiful. It's a help to me to learn it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Let me see you live it. Let me see you live it. That's why you shoot a lot of folks in the foot. That's all. Y'all terrible. My English is just terrible. Look at these clothes. Don't even match. Them niggas matching, they just can't live right. You know what Mama King said? He showed to look good on them. Ain't that right? Because they ain't looking at that. They looking on the art. They looking on the law. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They just to confuse the people out there that need something. So, I can't see. He done defiled the temple. Your mama. Their mama walked in there and she was pregnant with him. She should have went on abort. Abort. She should have heard it. Abort. They don't shun going to the end of it. Your name should have been Sean. And your mom should have been here. Abort. Sean. You like that thing? Nah. But this ain't no joke. Stop. That's not a joke, though. Let's go ahead and get me anyway. 999,000. 929 more. Listen, I got a million of these things. Boy, that man good, ain't he? Listen to the book. 17 and 11. Kazum. They call revelation, the vision. Huh?
You want 10 or 11?
10 be fine.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And there are 7 Malachim.
And what happened?
5 are fallen.
And what happened?
And 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
Yeah.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7.
Yeah.
And goeth into perdition.
Yeah.
And the 10 horns which they saweth are the 10 Malachim.
Who did what?
Which have received no Malkuth as yet, but receive power as Malachim 1 hour with the beast.
What happened?
These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
And what happened?
These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Adon in Malach of Malachim.
Yeah.
And they that are with him are called and chosen.
Yeah.
And faith in Amunah.
Yeah.
And he saith unto me,
what did he say?
The Mayim which thou sawest.
You already know what that is. What is it?
Where the horse sitteth
is what?
Are and multitudes in nations and tongues.
So you think he already knew that? And they just had to tell him? I'm telling you, you know what it is. Had to tell him what it was. You see a whore, a woman, a harlot sitting on top of water. I don't know what this is until you tell me. Because he's trying to get him to understand something. That this water that you see, this abundant water, these are nations and people. And she's going to sit and rule over these people. And these folks are going to come right in just like a flood. There's a lot of things you're going to need to understand. But a lot of things they saw, they didn't know it had to be explained to them. Y'all got it? Even with Kabaku, he said he was going to stand. What was it again? And he said to him, what was it? And what was he doing again? To see what he was going to do. Answer went on what? And what did he tell him to do? Write the Kazum, and what he wanted to do? So that he that readeth it So what does that mean? If you don't write it where it's clear enough, they're not going to know what to do. So make it plain. Break it down to a small fraction point that these people didn't get so they know to run. Because it's only for an appointed time. They can't afford not to get this. They're going to miss out. Because everybody got to understand it. Don't let these people make no fool out of y'all. Take your time. Like Booker said, take your time, young grasshopper. Take your time. They folk run. That's why I don't worry about these folks pushing me on no time limit talking about getting through this. It's too much stuff. It's too many complications. Too many hiccups can happen. You run too fast, you can mess up. And then I come back and tear a whole nother system down and come back and try to put up a right system. I'm telling you, the whole basis we need for everything, make sure you're saved. Make sure you're honest. That's our whole basis. Make sure you're honest. I keep telling you, you can't get no past. You can't get past being honest. You got to be honest. Okay. You can leave that 7 and 11. Hold on. 58. Finish me Isaiah first. Yes, Yahoo, they call Isaiah 58 and 1. We started, we jumped right on. Let me finish that up. So then get me some Yahoo 7 and 11. Hold on. Oh, well. Go ahead, finish this up so I can get out. 58 and 1. Since we're there. Cry.
Aloud.
Spell.
Not.
Lift up.
Thy voice like a shofar.
Because you know what the shofar was supposed to do. What were the people taught the shofar, what a shofar supposed to do? Huh? Well, call assembly. Call for the adah. So you see what the person is? So now in the cry, which cry would make sense here? Alarm. Alarm. It'll make sense to assemble them, and it will make sense to alarm them. Because he told them to cry loud. Spare.
Not.
Lift up thy voice.
Like a shofar.
And show.
My arm their transgression.
I don't know how I'm going to do that if I don't assemble them. So it's a lot of things having to happen with this cry. When Yahushua on the two, you got to understand two things were happening. Sayak. So you look cry for help. You can also look at assembling the people. You got to assemble them. What good I'm sitting here crying and nobody's assembled? He even told you, shall a shofar be blown in a city and shall not do what happened? The people not be afraid. They were supposed to be afraid when you blowing an alarm. 3 and 1. Who know what I want? Moose. They call it Amos. Work with me. Work with me, people. I guarantee anybody more tired than I am. I don't make no excuse for my job, though. Almost 3 and 1. Listen to the book.
Hear this, the bar that Yahuwah has spoken against you.
You said for you?
Against you.
You already know it's bad. It's against you. You don't understand that, right? You know, if somebody bring an accusation against you, they say, I need you to come and somebody got an accusation against you. This not being your good. But Mr. Yahuwah done spoken this against you. And what happened? Tell what happened.
O Bani of Yashral.
What did he say?
Against the whole Mishpachah, which I brought up from the land of
Let me ask you a question. Read that again.
O Bani of Yashral, against the whole Mishpachah, which I brought up from the land of Mizraim.
See that? The whole house, the Ben, which refers to the house, right? He's looking at it. He's talking at sea, which makes sense. Because where does he visit the iniquity? Of the fathers. Where? Where he say he's speaking against them. Then I'm talking about the whole house. Talking about the whole belt. That's where the Mishpachah going to be at, in the house. Talking to the Ben, who's going to come in, who's going to continue the home. I'm talking to him. This is against you. This is not in your favor. Listen.
Saying, you only have I known of all the Mishpachah of the Arats.
Listen.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You ain't going to believe what happened. You know when Sodom and Gomorrah burned down, Luke got out with his 2 daughters. They didn't know nobody but their Abba. That was all they knew, was their Abba. So this statement being made, how much sense does this make now? He just said, you the only people I've been with. Luke's daughters, his Banu, were married. They just said, from the statement I'm getting from him, but you're the only one I've been with. You're the only one I've been with. That's what he tried to tell her. I haven't been with nobody else. You're the only one I've been with. Listen.
Can two walk together?
Except.
They be agreed.
So when we realize, let me get this straight. Behold, his hand is not short that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. But my iniquity has separated between me and my Alahym, so that he will not. So he not going along with that? About me and the other sleeping with men? He not supporting me smoking weed, getting drunk? Maybe that's why he ain't getting no results. He got a problem with me lying, probably, huh? So I gone off, I left. He said, separate between, so I won't hear you. Now he just told me, learning from our movie, he said two can't walk together, so they be agreed. You know what Yahusha told us? 8:27, 8:28. Ukanan. Let's see what he said. Pay attention. You might miss something. Listen to the book.
Then said Yahusha unto them,
What did he say?
when ye have Zarok, the ben of Ish, then shall
When
ye
you
know
have
that I
rised
am he.
When you have rised him, I ain't gonna say lifted up. We don't know what the word lifted up is. Don't start making your own stuff up.
When ye have lifted up the
Because they're
ben
gonna
of
say
Ish,
Zarok is rise. Am I correct, Boston? Or is it lifted up? Rise. So you're gonna say when you have rised the Ben Alahym, then you should know that I am he. And I do nothing
of myself,
but as
my Abba hath taught me, I speak these things.
what happened?
And he that sent me is with me.
Tell them what happened, son.
The Abba hath not left me alone,
Tell them why, son.
for I do always those things that please him.
Pick me up at Matthew 27:44. He told me to get there. He said somebody gonna try to get by Leon. Y'all heard that statement? He said Abba had not left me alone. But I do always the thing that pleases him. He said you got to clean that up because somebody gonna try to get by. Thou Abba here, D. This is Matthew 27:44. Listen to the book.
The thieves also, which were crucified with him,
Catch the what?
the same in his teeth.
So what happened?
Now from the 6th hour there was kashak over all the land until the 9th hour.
And tell them what happened.
And about the 9th hour, Yahusha cried with a loud voice, saying, Ali, Ali, lama sabachthani.
At 3 o'clock. He said that is to say,
my Alahym, why hast thou forsaken me?
see that? What just happened? What did he just say? Hold on. What happened? He turned his face. What happened? He just said right here that the Abba had never left him alone because he do always the thing that pleased him. Right here, he just told y'all that he said he asked him why he had forsaken him. Forgot about it, turned away from him, left. How many of y'all don't understand that? How many is that confusing? So y'all understand? How many of y'all don't understand what happened? All right, let's see. 59:1. Yes, Yahoo, 59:1. Listen to the book.
Behold, Yahuwah's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save.
See that? Make sense? What was he asking him to do on the two? He just asked him to save. He just told him what happened. He said his hand wasn't short that he couldn't save. Tell him what else happened.
Neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
See that? Can you believe that? So he could hear him. But tell him what happened.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your Alahym.
Tell him what happened.
And your Qatar have hid his pani from you,
So that what?
he will not hear.
See that makes sense now? 15:3, Romans. Matter of fact, 15:1. Romans. Listen to the book.
We then that are strong
All
to bear the infirmities of the weak,
and not.
to please ourselves.
Who am I use for an example? Listen.
Let every one of us please his neighbor,
For this what?
ta'ud, to edification. For even Mashiach pleased not himself,
See that? Tell me what happened.
but as it is written,
I couldn't imagine.
the reproaches of them that reproach thee
Did what?
fell on me.
That's why he couldn't hear, because I was saying. But he let us know that, though.
That's right.
He
That's
said,
right.
but your iniquities,
That's right.
your sin, it fell on him. That's the first time we've seen that, is it? 27:1, Barashit. Try to help you out. These folks, see, well, they'll go around and say the man lied. I'm here to defend him. And I'll slap you in your mouth. For peace sake. For shalom. Listen to the book.
And it came to pass that when Yatsakar was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Asu, his eldest Ben, and said unto him, My Ben. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, and know not the eum of my death. Now therefore take, I amar thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I ahab, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my nefash may barak thee before I moot.
Yeah.
And Rebekah heard when Yatsakad spake unto Asu his Ben.
You heard what she did? She heard when the Abba spake to his Ben. Tell me what happened.
And Asu went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it.
You hear that? Okay. Listen.
And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her Ben, saying, Behold, I heard thy Abba speak unto Asu thy Ak, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and barak thee before Yahuwah, before my death.
Yeah.
Now therefore, my Ben, obey my voice according to that which I amar thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 tahub kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy Abba, such as he ahab. And thou shalt bring it to thy Abba, that he may eat, and that he may barak thee before his moot.
Yeah.
And Jacob said to Rebekah his aim, Behold, Asu my Ak is a hairy Ish, and I am a smooth Ish. My Abba peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a Allah upon me, and not a Barak.
So that bring a curse and not a barak. Tell me what happened.
And his aim said unto him,
Tell me what he did.
Upon me be thy Allah, my Ben, only obey my voice,
So that's
and
how we
go.
got it. Can you imagine that? That's how he set it up for us. The reproaches of them that reproach thee, it fell on her. Can you imagine that? Who was the deceiver? Jacob was the deceiver. And even Asu said that. He was the deceiver. Can you imagine what happened though? His arm said, let it fall on me. His aim said, let it fall on me. So when he couldn't get him to hear or to answer, it because he said, let it fall on me. He said, I could take it. That's how he got in that position. It wasn't because of his sin, it was because of the sins of the people. You would think, and he would have figured, that had you known that, you'd have been more appreciative for what he did. You wouldn't be stealing from him. You wouldn't be deceiving still, and you wouldn't be a hypocrite for the fact that he took that for you before. No, the hypocrite is somebody pretend to be something they're not. Like walk in and try to get your dad to believe that you somebody else, and you know you're not. Like you got the nerve to do when you go and pray, Aloud, and call on him, when you know you're not who you're supposed to be. That make you a hypocrite and a false pretender. But you know what he said? Only obey my voice and let it fall on me. I don't know what we're going to do. Let me see. I don't know why. See if it's Acts of the Apostles chapter 5. So we can get out of here. Try to get y'all out of here so I'm on 9 o'clock. That's what 527 say. I don't know. Listen to the book.
And when they had brought them, they set them before the council. And the Rosh Kohan asked them, saying, Did not we straitly command you that ye should not teach in this Shem? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this each blood upon us. Then Cuff and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey Alahym rather than Anashim.
Yeah.
And Alahym of our Abbas raised up Yahusha, whom you slew and hanged on a tree. Him hath Alahym exalted with his right hand to be a shar and a savior, for to give repentance to Yashral,
And?
forgiveness of Kata.
And who are you?
And we are his witnesses of these things.
You ain't gonna believe what happened. Rebecca was a witness of what Yasakar had told his being. They just told you they was a witness too. But they tell you, I actually saw it and I heard it. That's what she did. That's how she could tell him what to go and do. But in order for you to get it, though, you don't have to obey my voice. They just told you what they were, and they saying we are witnesses of what happened.
Of these things.
And so is who?
Also the Ruach HaKodesh,
Unto who?
whom Alahym hath given to them,
That do what?
obey him.
You know how you get that? As a Barak. Asu was asking his father to Barak him. You trying to get the Ruach HaKodesh? How many of y'all trying to get it? The only way you're going to get it is going to be a Barak. And you have to get it from somebody that done witnessed, to see and heard what he said. And you're going to have to obey what they told you. That's the only way you're going to get it. That's good. Wonderful.